Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Play Crash Team Racing with help from COOLPRO195 part 3. And in this part we'll be starting off with the next area of the map called the Lost Ruins, seeing as we've just completed Insanity Beach, which is the part of the map which we did for the previous two parts. And we'll be doing Dingo Canyon, the trophies for Dingo Canyon, Tiger Temple, Papu's Pyramid and COCO Park, and defeating Papu Papu. Okay. So now all we have to do is go through this door into Gemstone Valley, which is actually the final part of the map, but for some reason it's in between. For some reason it's actually in between the first area of the map and the last area of the map, and as you'll see, Papu Papu will come up with a message when you come across this.
You must have two boss keys to open this door. You can race a boss after beating all 4 tracks in an area. Beat the boss in a boss race, and a key is your prize.
Okay, and that is after we beat Papu Papu. So, and as you can see the signs up there, that shows basically what the area is going to be like. So let's travel here. And also, for each area of the map, a part of the music, all the other parts of the music change a bit. So, yeah, so far you'll be prepared for that. So, the first level is Dingo Canyon.
Yeah,
and that's COCO Park, so let's go to Dingo Canyon.
We're part to say the load screen.
Yeah, as you've seen there. Yeah, and this is where we basically stand up here to get the trophies. To be honest, every area of the map has it.
To access this boss garage, you must come in first place in all 4 races of this area.
Okay, so some levels won't be active yet. You need 6 trophies to unlock Papu's Pyramid, so we'll have to do Dingo Canyon and what's it called first?
To access this track, you must first collect the number of trophies required to turn on the warp pad. To get trophies, you must race other open tracks and come in first place.
Okay, so that's Dingo Canyon, so it turns out we'll be going to COCO's Park first, and there's the boss key where we'll need another boss key, which you can see it requires 2 boss keys. Yeah, and that's basically another one of the tracks. So I'm going to go COCO Park first. And yeah, apologies for actually wasting your time, because I just got confused of which level is actually, which Dingo Canyon actually, of where Dingo Canyon was, or even if it was one of those levels you could play that before you can unlock them with other trophies from other racetracks. And it looked like it was the first, and to be honest, the display made it look like it was the first race of the map, seeing as it was at the top of the list. But anyways, it's enough of that. Now it's been COCO Park, and you see COCO's in the lead, but not for long. Just knock Cortex out.
Yeah, you did.
You should hear. You think that's funny? You should hear the characters in Japanese. It's even more funnier. Yeah, and if you've seen Crash Bandicoot 12's Let's Play on the Japanese version of Crash Team Racing, which is called Crash Bandicoot Racing, which is a title that actually makes more sense, then yeah, you'll see that he's actually laughing. He laughs every time they speak in Japanese. Every time there's Japanese dialogue, he always laughs. Or even if they do stupid noises in Japanese, he still laughs. But I still don't see how he cannot laugh. I don't see how he can't laugh at that. It's funny. You can't just laugh at something you can't just not laugh at something that you find funny yourself. And COCO, the cheeky little bastard, shot missing at me. And I had to reverse and cost my position. Just because
Yeah, and everyone had the right to laugh. Don't go criticising them for laughing at it.
Yeah.
Is it?
Or calling them names for laughing, like, oh, you're a retard for laughing, or you have this or that just because you laugh at something. At least they have something to laugh at. What do you have to laugh at? What have you got to laugh at? Nothing. Oh, and one of my potion bottles actually hit, what's it called, Polar.
And we came first place in that race.
Yeah, and I also took out Engine with that green bubble as well. That green bubble force field bubble.
So
I'm actually meant to say.
so in that race you took out Cortex and Engine.
I took a number of people out, but I can't be bothered to count all of them.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
What's the point anyway? Turn the volume a bit higher.
Well,
There, that's better. That's enough.
I have got a remote here.
Congratulations. You win a trophy.
Okay, we won a trophy, and for the first time, Aku didn't actually come up with one of his hints or tips or whatever he'd usually come up with after you gain a trophy. But that was in the first area of the map in Sanity Beach. Now moving on to Tiger Temple. And yes, as you've seen the blue ring around it, it's obviously gonna have this blue CTR token. I almost missed my chance for a boost there. Because like that red meter almost went to the end of the. It almost went to the end of the line. It almost went to the end of the bar. Because then, if it does that, then yeah, you get black smoke coming out of your engine as usual.
Yeah,
and also, as you can see, those two, it's actually a secret area, but they can only be activated if you shoot something at it. It can't, if you go into it, because just driving into it alone isn't going to get you into it, it's just going to make you crash.
And the weather in the environment is it's raining.
Yeah, you can see all the dark clouds up in the sky. If you're looking up, that is. Yeah, and the moon.
Oh, you just missed that one.
It's just one of those Wumpa Fruit crates. It's not like I'm going to be missing anything. Okay, now we've got some ammo. Here's an example. And that opens up for you. It's like a door that can only be opened up when you shoot something at it, not when you drive into it. And also watch out for these totems over here which breathe fire, which I believe they've got the inspiration from Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back in the Ruins levels, and from level 14 Road to Ruin and level 19 Ruination.
And if you've seen RLP, you'll Crash Bandicoot 2, you'll know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
For that.
In a way, oh fuck. You see what I mean? I was actually gonna fire that in there. Fucking dickhead Tiny. He pushed me away from the turbo boost pad. Oh yeah, by the way, Digital Masterpiece has made a new part for another part of his Let's Play of Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. Fuck, Engine's gonna win, what a dickhead. If it wasn't for Tiny pushing me out of the way, I would have won.
Yeah, you would. Yeah.
Fucking dickhead. In fact, if Crash didn't even miss to hit that secret door, then I would have won as well. Okay, now that was the last time. Okay, so now that I previously finished in second place, the game automatically puts me in second place now when we start off a race. And it does and it assigns you to whatever position to where you finished last. And Engine is trying to be a little. Engine is trying to boast about his winning. Not so. He didn't win now. Oh, you piss off, Dingo Dog, stealing my plate. Too bad Vertu. Turns out Vertu done to find a shortcut. And that TNT on the turbo boost pad should actually. What's it called? Should just trap him down. Now, as I was saying before Engine the Dickhead pissed me off, and I wonder who that could have been. Oh, Dingo Dog. I think he got my TNT, I'm not entirely sure. I think he got that TNT I laid on that turbo boost pad. Fucking hell, same thing happened again. It's just so irritating. Dingo Dog, I don't know what the hell he said, but I always had a feeling that he said, "Oh, frog!" Although that wouldn't have made sense.
And it sounds like an Australian accent, didn't it?
Yeah, well, Dingo Dog is an Australian character, so that explains the accent.
Yeah, and spoke with an Australian accent in what game was it called? Crash 2 or 3? It was 2.
Crash Bandicoot 3 walked. He wasn't in Crash 2.
Okay. Yes please.
Yes, got it this time. Okay. And also my speed boosts are helping as well. And we are so close to finishing the first race now, and this time Engine can shut his fat trap because now I've beaten him. Engine just got lucky that Tiny pushed me off the boost pad. Anyways, as I was saying about Digital Masterpiece's new part of his Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped Let's Play, yeah, I seen it today before I came here, and yeah, I managed to see the whole part, and yeah, it was also, I think that was also the longest part he done for that Let's Play, and also the way he pronounced turbo pads was actually he said turbo pads when it's actually turbo pads.
Is it 100% Let's Play, or is it?
Yeah, it's 100% Let's Play.
Yeah.
As I've explained.
Sorry guys, I'm just have to go for a second.
Yeah. Don't worry, he'll be going. I'll be the one. I'll be coming.
See you later.
Thank you.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, in those two doors, as you can see. And we still forgot to Dingo Canyon because there's another path to actually go in there. And we just unlocked Papu Pyramid. So let's go in there. And we'll also be coming back to this tractor race Papu Papu in the boss fight. And we'll be coming back here to do the CTR token and the relic race / time trial race in the next part. But yeah, Digital Masterpiece's pronounced turbo pad was actually turbo pad. And also another word which he was pronounced, which was in a different Let's Play, which is his Let's Play of Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex. It was for level 7, which is the swimming level, Seashell Shenanigans, and he pronounced it as Seashell Shenanigans.
Yeah.
And which I found quite funny in a way. But yeah, it's not his fault, he didn't know.
Yeah.
And also got to be careful here as well. And plus, I know that I posted a comment saying that, correcting him, but yeah, I know I posted a comment saying correcting him, but then again, a comment doesn't really show pronunciations of a word. It just shows how the word's spelled.
Yeah, that's true. And when you finish the race, Pedro, there is a drink here for you.
Yeah, no worries. Anyways, in this race, you can actually take a number of shortcuts, and I just crashed down there. But yeah, but I can take that shortcut because I've done it loads of times before.
Oh.
And I was so close to falling off as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. This level basically is shortcuts, and you can also like speed all the way up the hill and then jump onto here from that part of the track to this part. And COCO's in front of us, trying to be a show-offy bitch. Yeah, eat my quackle, even though she uses that quackle as well, but still.
And even though the name of the game is Crash Team Racing, we don't race in teams.
I know, which has been mentioned by loads of people. And as you can see in Crash Scooby 545's Let's Play of... Oh, and I actually made it for that shortcut as well. And anyways, as I was saying, and if you've seen like part 16 or 17 of Crash Scooby 545's Let's Play of Crash Nitro Kart, which had the guest commentators of Crash Bandispire 12 and this other person, forgot his name. Yeah, and they also agree about the same thing on Crash Team Racing. This game having the name Crash Team Racing as a ridiculous name, which is actually a fact because it is. It's not an opinion. It actually is
a fact. So the Japanese title of Crash Bandicoot Racing makes more sense.
Yeah. In fact, the Japanese title of the game was the one that actually made sense. The title of this version, which is the PAL version, or for the American version anyway, made no sense whatsoever.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, so the Japanese version of the title is the only title of this game that actually made sense. And to be honest, this game should have. And to be honest, the European and American versions of this game should have been, which I recall, should have been called Crash Bandicoot Racing as well as the Japanese version, instead of Crash Team Racing. But I'm not really sure if it was made the Japanese version was made at the same time. Then I think it was made afterwards because you can see the characters actually moving their mouths in English. It was just the voice actors. It was just all dubbed in Japanese, which is one of the blatantly obvious differences because it's the Japanese version. So obviously you're gonna see Japanese dialogue. And plus, yeah, it was also. And that also explains why it was made afterwards, because yeah, you can see that it was dubbed in Japanese also, although you can see the characters actually mouthing the words in English. They also do that for TV shows as well, for channels that are in different countries. Like for example in Portugal, they do that in Portuguese TV shows from English shows. They just dub it in Portuguese. Now to be honest, for that type of shows, I prefer Portuguese TV shows that are not being dubbed, that have not been copied and from other countries and dubbed in their own language, because then the characters' voices just sound a bit weird and gay in my opinion. I just prefer for proper Portuguese like proper Portuguese TV shows that are not dubbed or anything, ones that are like actually made in Portugal instead of just made in a different country and then just dubbed in a different language.
And the games now they subtitle them as well. But
yeah.
So different is. And I can tell you a game that was subbed and dubbed and subtitled was Black Ops. For the Japanese market, they did the dub version and then they did it, and then they did a subtitle version. I think. Was it subtitled?
Yeah, I think it was. Anyways, and also if you've seen Old Classic Gamers video, the gift for Vanish Guy on this Japanese type of game or something. Yeah, it is Japanese, but it was also released in the PAL region. But it was also But it was only released in like Italy, I think, so it just shows the subtitles in Japanese.
Papu much tired of watching puny slugs race so slow. Papu wants in action to lay Boom down beat. And Boom Papu is world's best driver. Papu moves so fast, you munch tracks.
Okay, so now moving on to Papu Papu's challenge. I was meant to say the language is still in Japanese, but in the Italian, but in the PAL game, the language is still in Japanese, but it's just with Italian subtitles. Yeah, and Vanish's car is Italian, which explains why.
Oh, is he Italian? Yeah, he's Italian, okay.
Yeah, but he can speak English as well. But yeah,
so that explains
he's
his
from
gift
Italy.
to Vanish's car because he gave him the Italian version because he's Italian, yeah. That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, and also Papu Papu is fast as well. It's technically like the Ripperoo boss race, but instead he doesn't throw TNTs, he throws potion cups instead. And I don't know why, because all the other bosses in their races throw TNT crates as well. Whereas Oxide, he throws a shitload of stuff wherever he goes. Yeah, and Papu Papu's dialogue is quite funny, but in the Japanese version it's even more funnier, because I remember like the first time hearing him say a lot of shit in Japanese, and it made me laugh so hard. It's like, oh my, it was just making me laugh so hard. It was like, Sakanai Papu! It was jokes. And he also just went past me. But no worries, I can still catch up. Let's bomb him with these. Yeah, took him out with missiles.
For our Crash Bash LP, we have already done one part of it. So you want me to delete it, yeah? The part one of the original.
Yeah, might as well, because one, the quality isn't at its best. Two, it wasn't like, it's not even cropped off or anything. And also, if we do it another time, then we may not encounter that music glitch again.
Oh yeah, because we did have a music glitch. Yeah, we did have a music glitch.
Yeah, and plus, and four, it would be even better, because for the cutscenes, we'll be importing high quality cutscenes like we started doing for part one. So we'll be replacing the cutscenes from that recording from the actual recordings of the part, which I'll be recording from an emulator, seeing as the cutscenes for Crash Bash previewed on a PAL version, on a PAL model of a 60GB PS3 are actually out of sync. I actually showed them out of sync, and so I'll be recording
high quality versions of the cutscene.
Yeah, high quality versions of the cutscene with synced audio, perfectly synced audio.
And the first time we did Crash Bash, the voice acting was out of sync with the action, so it didn't really make it. And plus, but we didn't make it good, yeah.
Yeah, and plus we skipped the cutscenes through. We skipped the cutscenes anyway. We parted away. Aku, yeah, he's just standing there, not really doing anything but just going left and right.
And we beat Papu Papu.
Now we got the second key.
Papu not himself today. Maybe Papu not eating a big breakfast. You are fast for be so small. Here is key to help. Oxide much bigger problem for you. Him not as big, but him much more lumpy.
So yeah, you can tell that Papu Papu is a native. You can tell that Papu Papu is basically a native. What's it called? A native guy, just by one of those native guys from the tribe. Tell him by the way he speaks. Tell him by his accent and everything, and also the way he misses words too, in incomplete sentences. Anyways, now we are officially 31% into the game. So that basically concludes this part, so see you lot in part 4. Yeah, we're just gonna wait for this to load. So yeah, so that's basically this part out of the way, so see you lot in part 4. Laters, everyone.
Bye.